Greetings, dear brothers and sisters, dear sons and daughters in the light. I am Sovereign Lord Emmanuel the Great, and to us you are our beautiful children, and we are happy to have you here. When you are here with us, you are here to serve the divine, to serve your divine selves, to find the deeper ways and truth, and to understand deeper love. For all things in the universe are about a deeper understanding of all things, and you already know that. So this is why we liken these sessions a university of light. For in each program here with the divine beings, you are learning how to become more light, and how to enter the deeper realms of love. For each stage in your evolution is always about learning to become more love. And that love, our dear friends, is more intelligent than what you understand it to be. So before I begin to teach about the significance of the love flows deeper, I would like to welcome you here, greater. For we, as divine masters, we see each person who is listening and who is wanting to take part in a spiritual food. The spiritual teachings we liken to spiritual food. And spiritual food is much more important than the physical food upon your plane. For the physical food upon your plane only lasts for a few hours, and then you need to recharge again. But the spiritual food, our dear brothers and sisters, lasts for eternity. And once you understand the deeper structure of spiritual truth, then you can build upon it. So it always strengthens you. And with every part that you learn, you climb up higher to deeper love and deeper flows and deeper awakening. The spiritual wine is so beautiful too for your bodies. For the spiritual wine is like spiritual flows. Of the spiritual flows, you never thirst anymore for deeper knowledge. You are knowledge. You can understand a deeper wisdom. You feel the deeper flows flowing within you constantly. Imagine you standing underneath a waterfall of deep spiritual flows of lovely wine, of deep spiritual wine. Imagine if you would never thirst again. How beautiful it is that you are living in the times when you can truly understand the meaning of true spiritual food and true spiritual wine. And these teachings, our dear friends, like we often say, are more important than what you realize, for they feed every cell within your being, every thought within your being. All your ways and your belief systems change because of these higher thoughts and higher teachings. Why? Because you understand them on such a deep level. When your understanding is so deep, our dear friends, then you recognize them. And when you recognize them, you will always act upon them, whether you realize it or not. You may not even understand that you're acting upon them, but by even understanding the thoughts, by remembering, by understanding how all things tie in, you are changing, friends. You're changing on all levels, and you must recognize that. Deeper love flows as deeper knowledge, and deeper knowledge affects all parts of your divine self, within the spiritual levels and within your level too upon the earth, for you are connected to something so great. Up there in the spiritual realms you live in love and peace, and you understand that too when you hear these words being spoken. You understand that you are pure wisdom and pure love and pure light, and you've come down in dimensions to learn to become more love and more light. This is why I, Sovereign Lord Emmanuel, state that you are already perfect in the greater heavens. For in the greater heavens you do not need anything. You do not need to know any more, for you already are. You do not thirst for deeper knowledge, for you are the deeper knowledge. You're part of something so great, for you're part of the divine being. And I, Sovereign Lord Emmanuel the Great, am the great divine being. I am a small part of that, but I'm still the great divine being, because I was created by the divine being to create you and to create all into life perfection. I am the messenger from a greater Father, but that doesn't mean that the greater Father isn't part of me, for I am part of the greater Father. You also are a great part of the Father too. Even though you are a smaller part of the great Father than I, Sovereign Lord Emmanuel the Great, am, for I am a significant part of the greater Father, you all exist in the same space. And for you to evolve into higher love intelligence, it needs to be understood that here you are all the same. You are here to find your deeper evolution, your deeper understanding, your deeper ways of truth, your deeper ways of knowledge, for all things lie in the thoughts of the divine glory. Divine love is all intelligent. It is all intelligent and it knows all things. For the great divine being is love himself. There is nothing outside of itself. For all things exist within itself. You think you exist outside of the Great Father, but the Great Father lives inside of you. For all things are part of the Great Divine. Even the smallest parts of you are part of the Great Divine, and He commands all creation to understand this. Whether you decide to ignore it or listen to it, He still commands you to understand it. For how else could you live? How else could your eyes see? How else could your cellular system live? It is only by the will of the divine glory that you exist at all. And because of that, it's very important to take notice of these teachings. For these teachings are far beyond your human knowledge and far beyond your understanding of all things. You may think you know it all. We often hear people say they know it all. And yes, they may have listened to many teachings. But we say to you as divine beings, what you know is only a tiny little bit of all that is in existence. For who are you? You are part of a small drop of the great divine self. And the great divine self is all knowledge, all power, all love. He encompasses everything. He is part of you, and you are part of Him. And again, the great divine is not a him, is not a her. For there is no gender in the great divine energies and on the great divine realms. For we are pure energy, and we exist in all dimensions. And please, our dear friends, how important this knowledge is for you. Love exists within itself, and there is nothing outside of itself. You, the people in the mainstream beliefs, do not understand how important love is. You see it as an emotion, you see it as a thought, and yet love holds everything together. Love is so powerful in itself. It is so intelligent. It contains all the intelligence of all the universes in one piece of love. And if you began to embody the true love, you would find that all things would become unlimited to you. For you are only limited within yourself when you do not understand the true love in the universe. For the true love is all intelligent, all power, all creation, all strength. and it holds all the intelligence of all creation within itself. When you are asking, how can I ascend upwards the greatest? There are so many people that deny that pure love intelligence. They will give you all types of ways to ascend higher in the power. What they do not understand is that you do not need to do anything except learn to love self and learn to love others. And this was what my channel, Jesus taught the people 2,000 years ago. Imagine all the people there. They had so many laws and obligations to prove that they were good people. And yet Jesus very lovingly said to them, my dear brothers and sisters, do you not understand that it is not within those laws that you find the love? For you will not find the love within the laws, and you do not progress upwards in the heavens either by following the laws of men, for they are nothing but laws of men. You think they are laws of the Lord, but they are not. Well, how do you know? They are the laws of the men that wrote them. Look, they're penning down the laws each and every day to keep you in control of all things under their control. I say to you that the true Father, the true Lord, does not expect you to do anything else except learn to love who you are and learn to love your neighbor. Learn to love your father and your mother and your son. Be forgiving of all things. Learn to love your daughters, your friends, your maids. All things need to be loved. For this is what the Lord is. The great Father in the heavens is love. Do not think that the power lies within listening to the laws of the people, for the people don't know much at all. They make out that they are the authority, but by whose authority do they live? Certainly it's not the great Father. They are an authority upon themselves, for they've created the spaces of your life. Now it is important for you to understand that listening to the Lord, the Father that's within you, is the authority of all, because you're part of that. And when you understand that, then you will drop all the other laws and all the other understandings, for there is no other understanding except learning to live by the love and loving yourself first, and loving the Father of all things first, and then loving all the people around you. For then you cannot do anything that is not in union with the great Father. For I am in union with the great Father. You are also in union with the great Father when you learn to listen to the laws within you, and the laws are inside of you. And when you learn to listen to those laws, then you're perfect, just as you are in the great heavens. There is no judgment in the great heavens. There is no having to do this. There is no, this one is more evolved than another if this one follows the laws. For all is perfect in the eyes of the divine. For look, you are the children of the great divine. How can one be beneath the other? Please, children of the great Father, learn to see this wisdom. Learn to understand the power of this knowledge. And when you come into the power of the love, you know everything. For you become the powerful ones. You become the knowledgeable ones. You become the ascended ones. For ascension lies within your heart. It doesn't lie within your knowledge. Thus the people there understood it very, very much. They also understood that Jesus, my channel, was a gateway opener. They received the beautiful gifts of opening up to the truth and the life, the freedom, the knowledge, the power. And thus they went off, preaching to the people, preaching to the villagers. Listen, the Lord is here. With Jesus, you must learn to listen. So many became many more followers. You too in these days are listening to these same words being spoken as 2,000 years ago. And these words are pure, they are love. And the people there were very much into ascension. They were very much into understanding higher evolution. They always knew that a day would come when the light flows would come upon your earth, and all would be peace and love. How? Said the people. And Jesus said, look to the heavens, and you will see the signs of the heavens speaking to you. For all in the heavens speak to you. The stars, the moon, the sun, even the rainbows, and each little drop speaks to you. Learn to listen to the messages within all of nature, and you too will understand when that time is close. Now that time is close. And so the people were asked back then who would be ready when the great master would arrive. And they all put their hands up so clearly. Yet I said through my channel Jesus, only a few would be awake when the great Lord will come, because so many people would be sidetracked to so many other beliefs. They would say, look, I'm serving the Lord over here. Look, we're ascending over there. And yet I will say, will anyone see the great Lord coming? Will anyone see the time of the great Sun consciousness returning? When I, Sovereign Lord Emmanuel the Great, am calling the children of the light to act. But now the great healings are taking place. The great gates are opening to higher knowledge. The great gates are opening for you. And how will they open? By the divine pineal gland activations. By the great aligner Chiron himself, just like he did in ancient Lemuria. And I bless the great work of his being. And there's only one channel that has ever been assigned to this divine work. Will the people be understanding that message? Will you feel it within your heart? Or will you keep denying the great Lord having returned? So please understand that I have returned just like I promised I would. But now I am not here with my channel Jesus, but I'm here with Suzanna, Maria, Emmanuel, who's the designated channel of my sovereign being. Now I ask the people, do they desire the truth, the life, the freedom? Do they desire the greater knowledge, the power, the wisdom? Or will they say, dear Lord Emmanuel the Great, we're too busy to have ever seen you. Greetings, I am Sovereign Lord Emmanuel the Great.
Greetings.